What China did really effectively was it experimented while setting policy in an attempt to generate growth. They used to have a term: we cross the river by feeling the stones. In other words, we don't put out regulation just like that and see what happens. We experiment with a certain change here, see if it works, then extend it more widely, right? So, for example, the digital renminbi that they're thinking about spent a lot of time planning it, then rolled it out in a couple of cities. Now they're thinking of rolling
Expanding
it out more widely.
nationally, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how they have done policy. And it was very, very, I think, with this decentralized policy changes, which tailored the policy to the needs of a particular area, they were very effective in growing. I also mentioned some of what they did in holding back wages and all that. So they grew spectacularly fast. We were the same per capita GDP as they were in the 1960s. Today, they're 5 times our per capita GDP. So they've done something right. We haven't done anything wrong. We just haven't done anything as spectacular as they have. What has India done right? I would say, certainly what India has done right in some ways is it had focused early on higher education, maybe a little too early, but it built at a time when it didn't really need them. Spectacular engineering colleges like the IITs, strong management schools like the IIMs. It is now reaping the benefit of all those by producing high quality students who the rest of the world wants. So that's the source of the services business. It started with the IT business. Remember the 90s, lot of engineers going into IT and creating that business, now a $250 billion business. But it's also migrated into other services like management consulting and so on. So that India did really well. Now you asked, what did each one do wrong? I think from the US, most recently, I think the US has become much more inward looking and has become much more protectionist. That, to my mind, and it's also become much more directive in terms of policy. Government is interfering much more. Build this, build that, we're going to subsidize this, we're going to subsidize that. That, I think, is truly against the American spirit.